Welcome back to my channel. I'm Venus from Heart's Desire by Venus, and we are working on our Vintage Circus Lapbook. So last episode, we did this little policy closure on the front flap, and we did these two flip pockets on here. And we constructed this whole base. This is going to go on the inside cover of our lapbook. But we just ran out of time last time. So this time we're going to deal with this flap here, this flip up. And let's see, what did I have pre-planned? Actually, yes. Okay, so on this side here, I decided that I wanted a little bit of an interactive pocket. So I have fussy cut one of my digitals out and matted it on some coffee dyed paper that I have done. And so that was going to go there, but I thought that was kind of plain. I wanted a little bit more interaction on here. So what I've done is I have fussy cut one of the plain parts out from the journal kits that are in the links below. And I just did a little cutout here, which is the same die that I used for this here. And I aged it all up, stitched around it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mat it on here so that we can have a pocket here. And so then when you're sliding things in, you see the acrobats, and then whatever we slide in here. I'm trying to decide if I want it to be top loading or side loading. I'm thinking side loading because then I can get a couple of, a big journal card or something in there. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. And let's see here. So if I'm going to do side loading, yeah, because that will be the front of the book. Over here, I think that would work perfect. But you could definitely do top loading if you wanted to. So I am not going to put acetate. Where am I? Actually, I think I might put acetate because if you're going to slide it in, yeah, you don't want to catch on things. All right, so I'm going to go and see. What have I got here? That piece isn't big enough. I've got a little stash of acetate here in front of me, but none of them seem to be big enough. All right, so I'm just going to go into my stash here and grab a piece of acetate for this. Well, hello Tylo, and I must have used up all my acetate, but I do have this package with some clear cellophane that I think we're just going to make work. Still see-through. It's still light enough, so I'm just going to open this up and cut a piece big enough, and why not? We're reusing. There. Yeah, got enough. Got enough there to do another one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way around the outside of this with some two-sided tape. And I will just lay it down and then fussy cut all the way around the edges. I think will be the best way so that this cellophane is the whole width of this project. So just make sure I burnish this in good. Little lack of planning there. But sometimes you just got to roll with it. And it's not like I don't have lots of other alternatives in my stash for most things. So, all right. So we're just going to peel this off. And I'm going to just lay the packaging down. Lay down there, and I'm just going to burnish it on all the edges. And now I'm just going to go along the edge here. And I'm just going to cut around it. Which actually super easy. That. working out perfect. It's almost like I planned it. There. Perfect. So now I've got my window, which works out great. So like I said, we're going to do side loading. So I'm going to tape up the sides here. And I'm going to use a little wider of my two-sided tape on this. Just to make sure I've got a good hold. I'm not going to use, actually, yes, I will use a small bead of glue as well, just to be sure. All right, put that over there. All right. Ooch. All right, so I'm just going to put a bead of glue, just a little bead on top of the two-sided tape, and that will just give me some added security. Perfect. Now, that's the side. Just make sure you blow off any dust that might have been, or bits of paper on there. Perfect. So now I'm just going to center this in. Ah, excellent. That works so good. Now let's just see. Perfect. So now we've got an acetate pocket. So that is going to go right here. So let's tape this one all up so that we can add this on here. Perfect. So if you are creating with me on this, I'd love to see you over on my Facebook group and just post a picture of how yours is shaping up, or if you've just used an idea out of this or something. A lady actually who does circus, has some couple of circus themed pockets actually on one of my Facebook links there. She just posted up that she had a couple of freebie pockets on there, so I'm going to go and check those out and see if I can add, I think it was a matchbook, a circus matchbook and a couple of pockets, she said. So maybe next video I will have them printed off, and I'll send you put the link up here, because that is pretty cool. When you just start, people start talking about what they have in their stash or what they've created. This lady creates these digitals, so it was kind of fun to see, and I think it's going to work with the theme. Like, they looked really good when she just put a quick picture up, so I think they'll work with this theme, which would be cool. So, and make sure which way acrobats are supposed to be. This way. Make sure my pocket is on this side. I didn't glue it. Nope, it's supposed to be this way. There's the pocket. Okay, good. Not that it would be terrible if it was the other way, but my acrobats would be upside down. All right, so just get that. Secured on there. So this one is triple matted. There. So then that's the front of that flap. So then when we flip it up, I was just going to do very plain. Move those out of the way. Here, I'm just, a mat is just going to go there. So basically what I did is I did this one is out of one of the journal kits, matted it on coffee dye paper, stitched around, and I'm just going to secure it there. But we've got this white strip here from a previous video when I did the wrong side. So I'm just going to cover up my boo-boo here with some distressing ink. I think that'll work. Because I am going to mat over it. Let's see, will that work? Yep, that'll do. So I'm just going to do this one. Tape it up. Get it on here. Perfect. So now that I'm creating these, I'm finding all kinds of circus things all over the place. I was at the dollar store the other day and they had circus napkins, which I picked some up. We'll see if I can figure out how to use those in this project. But there's all kinds of things that I was looking around at. It's funny when you're in the middle of a project like this, I seem to, that's all I see is stuff that would work for this project all over the place. I know my husband's like, ugh, going to the store, and I'm like, ooh, this would be good in a journal. And he's like, no, you don't need to buy that. I'm like, oh, but it would be perfect in a journal. I think he's not going to go shopping with me anymore, especially in the dollar store. I find all kinds of things that would work or that you can alter. And he actually hates going into the dollar store because I take so long doing that. But I love it. Get your juices going, thinking about what you can add to your projects. So we're going to just mat this. Now make sure we do not mat it upside down. And that's the other thing is we've got to remember it's flipping like this. So it's going from this to up here. So we want to make sure that our image is sitting the right way for when we flip it open. We don't want her to be flipped upside down. So we're just going to mat, secure that in there. And then that leaves us with this part here. So in this one, I'm just going to leave plain again because I figure you could attach things in here how you want. But this is just another one of those journal pages that I fussy cut out, matted on coffee paper again, and stitched on. So we're just going to secure that on there. And then we can actually put this insert right onto the front cover where it's supposed to go. Well, on the inside front cover. And that will be that section at least starting to take shape. This in here. It's a good thing I did a whole bunch of coffee dyed paper recently because I'm going through quite a bit of it for this project. I mean, it doesn't take too much to do it. I set up in the kitchen and I'll just sit there for a couple hours doing it. But, you know, just when you think you've got your stash built up, and it takes like one project to definitely use it all up. Again, we're just going to glue in here. Get that glue bit out of the way. And make sure that my trapeze artists are supposed to be like that. All right, so then we flip there, we have this flip here. So now we are just going to tape this all up because we're going to add this into the book and see how it looks. I always like when you put the first real flap system or pages in there. It just kind of, I like it. It just makes me, that's the first part I love to do. It just feels like I'm actually truly getting this project going. You know, when you're doing the base and all that, that's all right. But this is the exciting part when you get to add in parts that are going to make it look like it is a lap book or a journal. Okay, I'm just going to peel these off, and we are definitely going to be putting a good amount of glue on here because I do not want this part falling off, and it's going to have quite a bit of movement with all those pages, flips and flaps. So this is a good time to just add a bit extra glue so that it doesn't come apart later. All right, so, and of course I'm using my Fabri-Tac. You can use whatever glue you want. I just really like this stuff. It holds really well for what I do. It looks like I'm going to need another bottle soon. All right, that's coated. Just going to stick that on the side here while we get out the lap book. So we remember where we're placing this. So here's the book open. This is the front. Let's just do it. So with the book closed, it looks like that. Fold it open. Here's your middle parts that we did previous. This is the left side. You open it up. Here's those pockets that we put in here, and this is the flap here. Am I on camera? Perfect. That we are putting this on. So now we're just going to make sure we have this the right way up, and we're just going to mat this right to that front inside cover, and we're just going to open it all the way up so that I can get in there and burnish the heck out of this. Make sure everything is secure. Sorry if my head is in the screen there. I just really want to make sure that this guy is in super well. All right. So then let's just see. That's that flap there. It's beautiful. You've got your enclosure here. Put some stuff in there, which we will do later. Opens up this way. You've got your two top pockets here with your two side angle pockets here. Plenty of space for something in there. Flip this up. You've got your acrobats here, and you've got your circus lady there. I think that turned out really well. All right, and then that's how it will be. So look at that. We have done the first part here. We will add some more, but this is kind of where I was going with this part. I might add some strips in here just to, you know, decorative strips to cover up some of that, but otherwise I am super happy with this front section. So goodness, I don't know what else to say. I think I'm going to stop there for today. It's a short video, but we got it all in and it's looking superb. So don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe so you can catch all the videos we've got. And if you're just tuning in at this moment, go back into the series. You can start and follow along from the beginning. We are doing some interesting things in this vintage circus journal, or lapbook, sorry, not a journal. And hopefully I will see you again soon. Have yourself a great day.